Alright, a little update on my gaming plans here. We got a whole list of all these old retro games that I just have to play once before elections, just in case SHTF. I feel like I'm just kind of going down a bucket list of games. Got a bucket list just for video games. There's a few things I want to do, but I want to get these games out of the way also to be able to pack them up and put them back somewhere safe and dry. So retro consoles probably need some capacitors replaced, and need to go through them and clean them up. But there's just a few games that I want to play through before I pack them up, and to get off my bucket list and to feel satisfied. The more I go through them, the more it just feels great playing through these old games, going on the nostalgia adventure. Get a nostalgic, it's just a great thing to do at the end of the day to unwind and relax, or have a relaxing day when it's storming outside. Anyway, I love them. I love playing them, and there's just a few I want to go through. Anyway, I've got little markings here because I can't do all these games. This is just what I thought up over a couple days. In one day, I spent about 30 minutes, maybe like 10 to 20 minutes. I didn't really track how long it took, but I was sitting here thinking about it, and so I wrote down a few, and then over the next few days I'd add a couple games. Now I have a pretty good list, I think. Got PS1, Sega Saturn, PS2, Xbox 360, PC. Consoles are in order. PC I kind of just play every once in a while. I am still playing Fallout 1 on the PC. That is starred. The stars are games I have to play. And once I get these starred games played, I'm going to just kind of put the rest aside. I took a picture with my phone so I can come back to it. But it's also kind of a burden, or kind of a source of anxiety. I'm trying to rebuild my RV right now, and just the thought of that, every break I get, I don't want to have to rush video games. I don't want to have to feel like it's something I'm hurrying to do. So never gonna do that. So I need to cut out a bunch of these games. Check marks are games already played. Twisted Metal 1 through 4. I didn't play through all the characters or finish all the campaigns or anything. I did watch a couple of their endings on YouTube because I got kind of interested in the storyline on a couple of them. But basically, I spent I spent a good day playing Twisted Metal 1. Boy, that's an old one. That makes me think that game it reminds me of old DOS games. It's pretty basic. Very early game for the PS1. So I didn't play that too much, but I did enjoy it. Twisted Metal 2 is where it's at. That's my nostalgic gem, Twisted Metal 2. Shadow was my favorite character, and so I played through a few different characters and then ended up on Shadow. Played as far as I could, but that game's, that can take up some time getting through all the levels with each character. So I played a good amount on Twisted Metal 2, and boy, that is a good game. I love that game. Twisted Metal 3 gets kind of weird, but that's where they introduced Rob Zombie, and I remember really enjoying the tunes in that game. It had a real good jam to it, even though it was kind of strange. It was a big change up in the way you controlled the cars and the way everything looked. The cutscenes are really cool, though, and having Rob Zombie music in there was pretty awesome as well. So I enjoyed that a little bit, but that's probably the game I played the least. Twisted Metal 4 is really good. That actually had Rob Zombie as a character you could play. Rob Zombie playable character, and that was pretty neat. They still had Rob Zombie music, but it was more like remixed music, techno-ish, but still really good game. I actually enjoyed that, having some fun with that. And you could play as Calypso. That was kind of nuts. And you got a little, I remember the beginning had a little background on, God, I forgot his name, the clown. Anyway, got a little backstory on the clown, and that was kind of neat, so I enjoyed that. But anyway, went through all the Twisted Metals, didn't play them fully, but I at least played each one, and that was satisfying. So, I crossed that off the list, or check it off the list. Driver 2, I was having a lot of fun playing Driver 2. I finally found that jump that I've been looking all over for in Driver 1. and couldn't find. But yeah, apparently that was in Driver 2. Driver 2 is really fun. It's the first you can actually get out of the car on Driver 2, and so that changes things up a bit. But the disc only played so far. Had one of those very hard to see scratches that are just in the right place. It sucks. So I'll maybe try and see if I get that buffed out one day, or just get another disc, try and find a disc only on eBay. But I can still check that off the list, because I feel like I got my fill on that. I just don't have enough time to go through everything, so I'm cutting that out. Resident Evil 3, I still might play that a little bit. I do have it out, but I'm not too yearning to play that, though those games are really good. I did play Resident Evil 3 in the past. It was not my nostalgic gem that I played when I was much, much younger, and the game was just freaky and exciting and had a whole adventure to it. Though I do need to play that. I might still do. But I'm getting through these other ones first. Silent Hill, I'm on right now. I'm playing that game right now. Boy, that is a freaky game. I might... Siphon Filter, I probably won't play too much of that, but I do really want to just experience the small portion of that game. I could almost take that star off of there. If I need to cut something out, I might cut that out. Need for Speed is already out. I'm going to play through that really quick, but that'll be a nostalgic blast from the past. I love that game. The first one, second one, I don't remember how many I played, but do want to try and play at least the first or second one, just for a little quick adventure, just for a little fun with the old racing game there. Tomb Raider 3, I'm also in the middle of that. I might actually stop playing that here at some point and just put that aside as well. Boy, that game is great. I forgot about this little part you get to where you can choose where you go to. You got like a map, world map, and you can select your adventure, and it's kind of fun. I'm in Paris right now, I think. And she's got a whole new outfit, and you know, those are always good. And yeah, I'm having some fun with that game. She's looking good. The game's great. Loving the Tomb Raider 3. Boy, yeah, see, these games just take up so much time on the good ones, where the adventures are, you know, you just have these long adventures, and I'm just not going to be able to do everything at all. I need to cut out, yeah, maybe Siphon Filter. Fear Effect 2. I already played and beat the first one, Fear Effect. That was a pretty fun game. It's a different type of game. It's a little a different gameplay style than your average shooter. But I really enjoyed the first one. The second one's kind of fun too. I didn't play too much of that though from the past. So the first one's a bit of a nostalgic gem. I really enjoyed playing that again. And Fear Effect 2 is pretty good as well. So I would need to get into that. So Robotica, I need to at least play that one for the Sega Saturn. I already played Virtual Hydlide when I bought the game to make sure it worked. And D, that is a really dang good game. I wouldn't mind getting back into that, but I also can put that aside if I need to. I'm gonna have to put that aside, but yeah, we'll save that for later. I figure after I get to Arizona, we can set up a little gaming area under a shed or something, or build something, or maybe just when I get the RV going, maybe I'll have enough room in the RV to set up a bunch of retro consoles. These things all together take up a lot of space. I could put away the PS1 and just play everything on the PS2, because this is backward compatible with the PS1. Even with its controllers, memory cards, I should be doing that and just saving the mileage on the PS1. But I actually might switch those out here soon, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, so it kind of is just it's a little sad that I can't get through all these games, but I do feel like I need to rush. I need to pick up the pace. I'm you know, and as I'm working on the RV, I can tell that I just don't have enough time for everything here. But boy, I do love these games. I can't wait to get back to them. So yeah, Half-Life, God, that's a real good one. I would really like to play that, but if I start it, I'm gonna have to finish it. I've already beaten it maybe twice or like 10 times. I can't remember. I at least have played that through. I've at least played through and beaten that at least 3 times, as well as playing countless hours of Counter-Strike, or not Counter-Strike, but you know, the multiplayer deathmatch, Half-Life Deathmatch. I don't think it's called Half-Life Deathmatch. What's it called? Anyway, really freaking good game. I love the storyline. I love the crazy long intro to the game. It just sets you up for such an awesome set of events that just go right up to everything going nuts. You know, you're a scientist, and it's just freaking fun. Kingdom Hearts, I have a special little place in my heart for this game. It reminds me of Disney back before I knew Disney was corrupt and warped. I still love my old Disney shows, Donald Duck, Goofy, and Chip and Dale. I think that's Disney. Pretty sure that's Disney. Rescue Rangers. Oh yeah, early Disney was so just magical. Kingdom Hearts for the PS2. That is a special little place. I got a special little nostalgic feeling for this game. It's, you know, it's got Winnie the Pooh in it and all the great character. You know, it's just a crazy, magical, beautiful game, and I love it. And it's a long one though, and if I start it, I'm gonna have to finish it. So that has to go on the back burner. Mercenaries, I've been wanting to get out the PS2 for years now, just for that game. So I'm gonna at least play that a little bit. But that's a fun one, Mercenaries. You can have a lot of freaking fun in. It's you're a mercenary, and you're fighting or helping a war, and you can, I think, you earn money. I don't remember. It's been a long time. But I do love that game. That's a really fun one. Destroy All Humans. I had a lot of fun with that back in the day for the original Xbox. Morrowind. So yeah, I would like to play that at some point, but that can go on the back burner. I wouldn't necessarily call that a nostalgic gem, but I am very fond of it. Morrowind is a nostalgic gem. Holy moly. I love that game. I've played that through a bunch. Never beaten it. This is a big game. So that'll have to go on the back burner. But geez, I got very fond nostalgic memories of Morrowind, playing that a long time ago. The Thing felt like an extension of the movie, which I love a lot. Boy, that movie was freaky. Very freaky movie. But it's a good one. And so this game kind of feels like it kind of continues in that universe a little bit. You get to see a little more craziness and follow a storyline. Really, really, really good game. At least in my opinion. I really enjoyed playing it. Never beat it, so I wouldn't mind getting into that and playing through that again. But yeah, everything for the original Xbox I think can go on hold. Oh, Halo. I wouldn't mind playing some freaking Halo, but I'm yearning a little bit for Halo, but I want to get through my Fallout games first. I mean, there's so much to get through. It just has to, most of this has to go on hold. So for the 360, Fallout 3, that is number one. If the world was ending next week, I'd be like, all right, time to get up the 360. I just can't talk about this game enough, but I gotta hold my tongue. I'm running out of breath here. Fallout 3, I love it. I've mentioned it in the past. Amazing adventure. Just a beautiful wasteland world. It's just a beautiful place. Just because I love that world. You know, if I could live in another universe for a year just to experience it, it would be the Fallout 3 wasteland. Paying everything with bottle caps. And I've said that a long time ago, I believe. And then, yeah, just like a couple days ago, I found this wasteland weekend. And, like, I just can't believe it. It's like, that's awesome. It's like Fallout 3 for real. New Vegas, that's the one in between Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. That's a pretty good one. Then New Vegas, Fallout 4, at some point. Dead Space, I would almost want to restar that. That is a freaky, freaky game. A lot of jump scares in that game. I have not known another game to have so many jump scares. But, yeah, that was also really good. A really good storyline. Really fun game. I also enjoyed the second one. The third one, I think I also enjoyed for the campaign. But multiplayer sucked, I think. I don't remember. There's something about Dead Space 3 that wasn't quite great. But Dead Space 2 I really enjoyed. Not quite as good as Dead Space, but yeah. All on the back burner, just Fallout 3. And then Fallout 1 and Fallout 2, I'm already on Fallout 1 right now. I probably will not finish that as much as I want to. I'll probably skip on to Fallout 2 just to experience a little bit of that game. I just want to see I just want to see how the game evolved getting up to Fallout 3. I'm a really big fan of the artwork and the music. That's the first time I ever heard just oldies. I don't know if oldies is the right word. I think I found the term big band music. Just like really old music, like 50s music maybe? Or is it like 30s music? That I Don't Want to Set the World on Fire song was, I think, played in the intro, or on the start screen, actually. And it was just so perfect. Everything about that game was perfect from the moment you press the power button. And yeah, this game made me love the big band music, or oldies, or 30s music, 50s music. Road Rash, really would like to play that again, but I need a like old Windows 95 PC. I have the disc right now. I have it for the PS1, but I want to play it on the PC. That would be a nostalgic blast from the past. Really enjoyed that game. I'm also holding off on listening to any Soundgarden because they have a few Soundgarden songs on there, as well as some other awesome jams. This game, along with the good music, was just, it was just great when I was younger, playing that on the PC. So that's it. That is my, boy, how long are we on this time? 21 freaking minutes. Jesus. This is going to be a big-ass video. I hate when I talk so much in a video, but I do want to cover this a little bit because this is my plan. I'm glad that I got it down, and I'm looking forward to just getting the few that I've picked out done so I can pack everything up safely and just focus on the 360. Because that'll be the last game I play before I move into the RV or go get a piece of property where I can set up my gaming consoles again. So we are in a temporary situation, so I can't have the games out too long, and I like having them packed up and wrapped up in bubble wrap. Might even wrap them in tinfoil just in case. Gotta worry about the EMPs or anything, but yeah, that's my plan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games. We're gonna make Fallout 1 go a little quick. Just a little more on that I want to play. I want to get a little further on that game. Hopefully we'll get through the consoles, finish that, finish these, and then pack it all up, and then except for the Fallout 3. And that's the gaming plan. This is my countdown to elections. I'm toward the end of March right now. And this is just so I don't lose track and I just know how much time I got, because October is going to be the last month I have to get ready and get out of here into a better state. Oh boy, I almost forgot to put Fable on there. I'm not sure what word to use to explain that, but it was a very good game. Very magical. God, I would put that right up there, right underneath Fallout 3. Or maybe right up next to it. That was a very magical game to me. You use spells and swords, and you can get tattoos. This, in fact, was the game that got me into getting tattoos, just because it was so cool to upgrade the character or change his look by adding tattoos. And I had like every design you could think of. Shoulder tats, full body tats, or arm sleeves. I thought it was really cool, and so it kind of got me into it. Got me wanting a full color tattoo. That is the half sleeve I'm working on my arm. It's inspired by this game here. Permanent artwork. That's what I look at it as. Just a way to add some pretty colors and some cool art. But I thought that was really cool thing to do in a game, was to change up your character by adding tattoos, and some of them were pretty cool. I would love to play that again. The second and third one were also really good, I remember. Maybe the second one, but probably the third one. You could, if I remember correctly, the third one, you could collect your gold in a room. You could buy houses, and I think you buy houses. Gosh, yeah. Got some memories coming back, and that game was freaking amazing. Absolutely amazing. Second or third one, you could buy houses and I think rent them and make money, and one of the rooms of your main house was a gold room, and so the more money you made, the more this pile of gold would increase, and if you worked hard enough, you get a mountain of gold. It sounded, made a clinky sound when you ran on it. Just a freaking amazing game. Memories of that game are pretty vague. I think I just forgot about it for some time, but Yeah, that's a very good one. I would put that up there right next to Fallout 3 as one of my all-time favorite games. Fable and Fallout 3. Tip top of the iceberg of all the games. Yeah, I just remembered. I think in the third one, or maybe the second one, you could be, or maybe all of them. I don't remember. But you could be good or evil. And if you were evil, you would start to grow horns and get red eyes. And I think maybe, and if you're good, you start to get a halo above your head. It was a lot of fun. It was a really, really fun game.